Okay, hello everyone. Our today's topic is solid state, chapter 1, class 12th. So solid state, it means in class 11th we were studied about states of matter, solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. So in class 11th we completed the liquid state and gaseous state. In class 12th we are talking about solid state. So first is types of solid. So types of solid, it means solids are classified under two categories. First one is known as amorphous solid and second one is known as crystalline solid. So what is the difference between the amorphous solid and crystalline solid? Amorphous solid means if the solid structure has no regular way of arrangement, that means it's a completely randomized structure, irregular structure, it is called amorphous structure. And if it has a particular pattern, a definite pattern, it is known as crystalline solid. That means crystalline solid has a regular geometry, regular pattern of arrangement of the constituent atoms or particles. It means we need to study about only crystalline solid. Why? Because if there is no pattern of arrangement, then how we will study any kind of combination? So crystalline solid have a particular way of arrangement. So what kind of arrangement is possible for the arrangement of particle or ion or constituent atom? So first thing is the crystalline solid are categorized under metallic, ionic, molecular and covalent solid. That means types of crystalline solids are metallic solids, ionic solids, molecular solid and covalent solid. Molecular solid is again categorized under non-polar molecular, polar molecular and hydrogen bonded molecular solids. Metallic solids means all the metals exist in solid state. So their structure, their crystalline structure is kept under metallic kind of crystal. Metallic crystal. If the compound like metal and non-metal combine and form ionic solid, they are known as salts. So the salts are also crystalline solid. Which kind of crystalline solid? Ionic crystalline solid. Now there is molecular and covalent. Both kind of crystalline solids are exhibited by the non-metals. But the non-metals which are generally exist in solid state are categorized under covalent kind of crystalline solid. But the non-metal which are generally exist in liquid or gaseous condition, in normal temperature and pressure condition or simple temperature and pressure condition, they are kept under molecular solid like iodine, SO2, ammonia. So they are called molecular solid. Now crystalline solid, it means they have regular way of arrangement, definite arrangement. So the regular arrangement have same type of repeated structure, same type of repetition. That individual unit, that identical unit which is represented the center of the cell, or we can say the fundamental unit of the cell, is called unit cell. Continuous repetition of this unit cell will form the crystalline structure, crystalline lattice. This unit cell may have different arrangement, may have different shapes. So this unit cell, suppose if we want to represent the unit cell, so this is the simple structure of unit cell, like a cube. It means it has a length, width and height. So on the basis of different age length, on the basis of different angle between the planes, this crystalline solid form different type of crystal system. They are known as cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, rhombohedral, hexagonal, triclinic and monoclinic type of crystal system. Okay, clear? So this unit cell form 7 type of crystal system on the basis of different age length A, B and C and different angle between the planes. The angle between the planes are different and the age length are different. On basis of that, this crystal system are categorized, commonly known as CT or HMT. CT or HMT. C means cubic, T means tetragonal, O means rhombohedral, R means rhombohedral H means hexagonal, T means triclinic, and M means monoclinic. So CT or HMT. So simple trick is there, CT or HMT. Cubic, tetragonal, CT, O means orthorhombic, R means rhombohedral, H means hexagonal, M means monoclinic, and T means triclinic. Okay, so these are the 7 crystal system on the basis of different age length ABC and different angle between the plane known as alpha, beta and gamma. Okay, now second thing is in the crystal system, the arrangement of atom, the arrangement of particle may occupy different position in a cube. On basis of that, the position of particle within the cubic system, within a cube, the crystalline system are having 4 type of variation. First one is called primitive type of cell. Primitive cell means, suppose, assume, just imagine a cube having 8 corners, 4 on the top and 4 at the bottom. All the 4 corners contain one atom, one unit of atom or one ion. So these are called primitive type of arrangement. Second one is body centered. That means 8 atoms on 8 corners, 4 on top corner and 4 on bottom corner. And one at the center of this cube, center of this cube, 8 corner, 4 corner on the top, 4 corner at the bottom and at the center. That means this type of arrangement is called body centered. Next is face centered. So how many faces? If you are sitting in a room, so upper roof has a face, the floor has second face, on your right side one more face, on your left side one more face, on your front side the wall, that is another face, on your back side the wall, that is another face. So we have 6 faces. Front, back, top, bottom, right, left, 6 faces. So we have 6 faces, and if the atom, suppose this wall is a face and the atom is present in this face, so this is called face centered. That means 8 corner plus faces. 8 corners, the atom will present on the 8 corner, 4 top and 4 bottom plus faces. That means this primitive type will be constant. Primitive type means on the corner, 8 corners. Corner plus center, that is BCC. Corner plus face, that is FCC. Last one is edge centered. Edge center is not in the syllabus, but it's a 4th type, edge center, that is present in between the edges here. This is the edge and the atom is present here. This is called edge center. These are the variation possible for the crystalline system, crystalline unit cell, lattice. Okay, now effective number of atom. Effective number of atom is 1 2 ka 4. Primitive 1, BCC 2, FCC 4 and edge centered 4. How it comes? So 8 atoms on the corner, but every atom contributed only 1/8th part. Not complete atoms are present in the unit cell. Every atom present in the corner contributed 1/8th part, and we have 8 atom. Each corner atom contributed 1/8 part, and we have 8 atoms on 8 corners. 1/8 into 8 is equal to 1. That means total contribution of the atom is 1 in a unit cell. Second, face body centered. So all the corners contributed 1 atom, and 1 atom present inside this unit cell. That means 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Third one is face centered. So suppose if this is a wall, and if I will push one football in this wall, imagine if this is a hollow wall, so half sphere of this football will be in this room and half of the sphere will be outside the wall. That means inside the room, what is the contribution of that football? Only half part, half sphere will be present inside the room and half sphere that will be outside the wall, that means in another room. So in this room, the contribution of that sphere is only 1/2, and we have 6 faces, every face having 1 atom, and only half of the atom will be present inside this room. So 6 faces having one atom, but only half part is inside the room. That means 6 into 1 by 2, it is equal to 3. So 3 atom from the faces and 1 atom from the corner, that is 4. Effective number of atom present in this type of unit cell is 4. Edge centered, again 4. It will be not comes into the examination because beyond the syllabus. Okay. Now, effective percentage area occupied by the atom, that means to percentage area occupied the atom within the unit cell, because if you will consider these are the atoms, so they are not able to occupy the complete area. This will be vacant space. So what is the effective area occupied, effective volume occupied by the atom in this kind of arrangement, in primitive type of arrangement? What is the effective volume occupied by the atom? That is 58.4%. What is the effective percentage, occupied percentage in BCC structure? That is 68%. What is the effective percentage, occupied percentage in FCC? That is 74%. And in H center also it is 74%. Effective area. And the vacant space is known as voids. Vacant space are called voids. Okay. So voids are of two types. One is called tetrahedral. Second one is called octahedral. Tetrahedral and octahedral. We will discuss separately about the voids and the position of the voids. For now, we are discussing the general points of the chapter, overall concept of the chapter. So solids categorized as amorphous and crystalline. Crystalline solid means regular type of arrangement. Regular type of arrangement means they have a unit cell, a different definite kind of arrangement. Unit cell is the smallest fundamental and continuously repeated structure. They will form a crystal system. We have 7 type of crystal system which may arrange, which may show 4 type of variation. So 4 type into 7 type, that means if one type of crystal system shows 4 type of variation, so this will show 4 type variation, this will show 4 type variation, it means total 28, total 28 kind of, 7 4s are 28, 7 into 4, 28 types of arrangement will be possible, but no. There will be only 14 type of possible arrangement, which is known as Bravais lattice. Clear? 14 types of Bravais lattice. What I am saying, that these are the variation. If each type is showing 4 type of variation, that means this 7 type will show total 28 type of variation, but 28 type of variation is not observed. Why? Because after certain arrangement, same types of arrangement are repeated, just like the isomerism, same type of arrangement is repeated. So that is why we are not counted them. So out of that 28, only 14 type of arrangement is possible. They are known as 14 Bravais lattice. After that, the last point is about defects. So if the particles, if the atoms, the ions are arranging in a sequence and sometimes they are not follow the order, they are not following the pattern, so this is called defect. Defect is called stoichiometric or non-stoichiometric defect. Stoichiometric and non-stoichiometric defect. So we will see the defects in another part. So overall, solid, crystalline solid, types of crystalline solid, unit of crystalline solid, types of crystal system and variation of crystal system, and effective number of atom present in that unit cell. Now, if we want to calculate the density at last, if we want to calculate the density of the crystal system, so we can calculate the density of the unit cell, by the formula Z into M upon A cube into Na, where Z is effective number of atom. This is Z. What is M? M is the molecular mass, if it is a crystal of NaCl or it is CaCl or calcium carbonate. It is the molecular mass of the unit cell compound. A is the edge length and Na is Avogadro number. If we know all 4 or any 3, depends upon the condition, so we can calculate the density of the unit cell. So this is the overall flow chart for chapter 1, class 12, solid state chemistry. Thank you so much.